You're listening to Sentinel Radio, broadcasting on Sentinel now. Raven Bloodstone and his show, The Pagan Folk Tales, with pagan-inspired folk music and talks on paganism and politics.
From the greenwood in his grove, neath the vexing moon above us, he is clear flute sweet and low, he is clear flute sweet and low. Follow the dance, he's leading, circle round, the fire's glow. Come and drink the wine he pours out from the tangled vines that grow, from the tangled vines that grow, from the tangled vines that grow, from the tangled vines that grow. From the greenwood in his grove, neath the vexing moon above us, he is clear flute sweet and low, he is clear flute sweet and low. Listen now and I shall follow, listen now and I may follow, listen now and I shall follow, listen now and I may follow, listen now and I shall follow, listen now and I may follow, listen now and I shall follow, listen now and I may follow, listen now and I shall follow, listen now and I may follow, listen now and I shall follow, listen now and I may follow, listen now and I shall follow, listen now and I may follow, listen now and I shall follow, listen now and I may follow. struck with music and madness, I track him in vain. He skips through the copses singing, and his shadow dances along, and I know not which I should follow, shadow or song, and I know not which I should follow, shadow or song, and I know not which I should follow, shadow or song, and I know not which I should follow, shadow or song.
And that was Spawn with him to Pan. And welcome to another Pagan Folk Tales. And I'm your host, Raven Bloodstone. On the show tonight we've got Celtic music, Viking music, and a wee short 8-minute seer vision that I recorded from earlier on last year. It was from middle of last year or towards the end of last year, I can't remember. It's only on for 8 minutes. I'll keep us going until I get a live one going. It's too late, I'm too tired to shamanic on it tonight, and I haven't got any plans to get in the right meditative state of mind. So I forgo the shamanic journey tonight, but I have got a recording lined up to play. It was a bit of a disaster last episode when I tried to do a live seer vision. My spirit guide didn't show me anything. I was already in earlier on that day, so I couldn't go in later on at night. But we'll not see anything tonight. I've not got any plans, and I'm too tired. I'm way too tired. Anyway, back to this. So on the show tonight, we'll be talking about Druidry and what it means to be a Druid, what it means to me and possibly other people to be a Druid, how people see Druids and how Druids see themselves. We'll also be talking about the gods and goddesses up in Turnanog. That's heaven, the other world. I call heaven Turnanog because I'm a Celtic Druid. And the Irish and Scots say Turnanog. It's the other world, it's another name for the other world. To the Welsh it's spelt Anwin, but it's pronounced Anu. To the Welsh, Anu is the other world. That's the Turnanog. I don't know why they're called different things in different cultures, different languages and different tribes. It's the same with gods. There's heaps of different names for gods in the Celtic pantheon, but they're all the same gods. There are only so many gods and goddesses that are assigned to looking after us mortal earthlings. There's a whole race of gods up in Turnanog. That's what it is, it's a dimension. It's another dimension that you go to once you die. You go to the celestial courts to be judged. Then if you pass the judges, depending on your life story and how much minimised suffering you've managed, you may transcend to Turnanog. Why would you not want to go there? It's easy to go there. Minimise your suffering and don't eat meat. Then you go to Turnanog. There's technology there, spacecraft, buildings. I have seen all of this in shamanic journey. That's why I can't wait to go there. I will wait until and learn in my mortal realms, my lifetime. I will not cut my life short to go to Turnanog, because then that would be denied me, because that is seeking enlightenment at the expense of life and learning, and that is not the road to enlightenment. That is the road to damnation. You must lead a full life as much as you can according to your disabilities, if you have any, or your strengths and weaknesses. We've all got them. You must live life to the best of your capabilities, and if you minimise your suffering, then you will go to the other world. Why would you not want to go there? There's hundreds of billions of earthlings up there already, all vegetarian throughout the past aeons of human civilization. Our spirit guides are all up there. We all have 3 spirit guides. They've all made it. They were all vegetarian. They all lived a good life. And they passed the celestial judges at the celestial court once they died and passed over. We can make it too with a similar life cycle, and if we shamanic journey on ayahuasca or psilocybin, then we receive the wisdom of our spirit guides, people who have already made it through the celestial courts, the celestial judges. They know what the Mother Goddess wants for the denizens of her cities, her kingdom, her land, her realm. We know, they know what they want, because they made it, and they can help teach us the right and correct path to take in order that we also transcend to Turnanog. Then you can meet up with your spirit guides, and they can show you the ropes as you prepare to go to the Akashic University to learn how to become I, she. That would be fantastic if we could all make it. And if we listen to this show, hopefully throughout the years to come, I'll be giving you wisdom of the I, she, be a shamanic journey, and wisdom from books and lore that I managed to pick out throughout my life, in the past, present and future. Now back to the music. Here's Dan Hyde with Run a Tal.
Sóltýr bjargan maður lögur í ræsa Fegurður sólrið kaunan hagall nauðir í Sóltýr bjargan maður lögur í ræsa Fegurður sólrið kaunan hagall nauðir í Sóltýr bjargan maður lögur í ræsa
in a tower on a western shore. A woman cries in pain. Outside a storm gathers as a soul is born again. The wisdom of all of the world shines like the sun from his eyes. His father, a god of the earth, holds his mother in his arms as she dies. Merlin am I, Merlin am I, and I know the secrets of the land and the sky, land and the sky, and you'll hear my voice where the eagles fly. Merlin am I. A tower to the high king comes crashing to the ground. The druids know the answer. A sacrifice is found. But the child sees deep in the earth. Two dragons are spreading their wings. Two tribes will fight for to claim this land. Many die for the folly of kings. Merlin am I, Merlin am I, and I know the secrets of the land and the sky, land and the sky, and you'll hear my voice where the eagles fly. Merlin am I. Listen, little pig, oh little trembling one. Under this thin blanket I can find no repose. And since the battle of Arderith, I no longer care if the sky falls or if the sea overflows. The forest is calling him from a field soaked with blood, where hundreds lie dying, all the people that he loved. Now he runs in the shadows, and madness the future reveals, that the island of Britain is Merlin's isle, and he lives here still. Merlin am I, Merlin am I, and I know the secrets of the land and the where the eagles fly. Merlin am
And that was Dave the Bard with Merlin am I. And all druids strive to be just like Merlin. I'm no different. I would love to be like Merlin the druid. Merlin was not a wizard. He was a druid that lived in the age of, well, the Dark Ages. And around about 3 or 500. That's what Merlin's time was. And we all strive to be just like Merlin. One of the best of the druids. Now, back to this. I'd like to talk about druidry now. What it means to be a druid. Today, far from druidry seeming like some arcane fringe activity, its preoccupations are now centre stage. They address the most urgent and important issue of our time. How we galvanise all our potential, practical, creative, intellectual and spiritual, to protect and restore the earth. Now that's the words of Philip Cargob. He's the ex-chief of the OBOD, the Order of Bards, Obates and Druids. That's a druid order I'm a member of. Now, that is druidry. About the creative and intellectual and spiritual means to protect and restore the earth. In other words, we're the guardians of the earth. It's the druid's duty to inform the people that it's the people's direct responsibility to look after and care for this planet and all the life beings that live here. We're caretakers. We do not have children in the say of they belong to us. Our children are not our belongings. We are the sole caretakers of them. We are their physical parents, their mortal parents, but the gods are their actual parents, their soul parents. And it's the same with all life. All life starts in Turner Nog, then gets born in the animal, in the mortal realms. That's our dimension. That's the cosmos we live in, Earth and all the other planets and stars. When we were born in the mortal realms, we were born to parents. But they're not our soul parents. They're our biological parents. That means they're the soul caretakers. So all of us parents, those of us that are parents, we're soul caretakers of our children's soul. We're the biological parents and soul parents, soul guardians, caretakers of our children. That means we must guide them onto the correct path which they can fulfill and thrive and fulfill all the potentials of their dreams, of the Mother Goddess's dreams. She wants what's best for us. She wants only what is in our best interests, and that is no suffering in our lives, at the very least minimal suffering, because it's impossible to cut out all suffering. We all suffer at different times, varying levels of suffering, varying degrees of it. We can have a longing for a certain product. We can suffer because we don't have it, but that's just immaterial. That's mute. That is bad suffering. That is self-inflicted suffering. The suffering we've to minimise is the suffering we inflict upon other people. That's the suffering we must minimise, as well as our own internal struggles, our own longings, our own suffering, our own internal wants and needs and sufferings, because we can't get what we want or need. That leads to suffering. We must minimise our suffering, and Druidry helps me with that path I'm on, and it can help us all. It is a true enlightening spiritual path, and it's about shamanic journeying. Not just that, but it's one of the aspects of Druidry, is getting in touch with their spirit guides. And the way to do that is a deep meditative state of mind. There are various ways to enter a deep meditative state of mind that will activate your pineal gland. Deep breathing can do it. Music can do it. But the main way is entheogenic plants. That's the true way to commune with your spirit guide. That's the easy way. Ayahuasca, psilocybin, and to a lesser degree marijuana. That's not really entheogenic. You won't see anything if you're on marijuana. You'll just have a good time. But me being a seer, me being on marijuana helps hold the visions longer. So I need marijuana to hold the visions a bit longer so I can describe what they are. Because the visions come quickly and it's hard to hold them. It takes concentration to hold a meditative concentrated mind to hold the shamanic visions, the seer visions. And it takes marijuana for me to enter that state of mind. Now, other people, if you take marijuana, you won't see anything. But if you take ayahuasca, then you will see things. You will pick up messages from your spirit guide. Ayahuasca, DMT powder, as well as psilocybin. I've taken psilocybin and ayahuasca. I've never taken DMT, but I intend to take that within the next several months, and I'll give you a trip report on it. Maybe within the next 2 months I'll have my first DMT session. I feel like a wee trip coming up, and I'm looking forward to it. But I have to produce the goods, and they're hard to produce. They can't get them in this country, in my city. I wouldn't have a clue where to get DMT, so I have to make it myself. Unfortunately, that's a grey area. It could be illegal. I've no idea. Probably is. So I might not even be able to get all the parts to make it. In America, it's legal. Some states, DMT is legal in America, but not over here. In Britain, in the United Kingdom, entheogenic plants are not legal. Ayahuasca is a grey area, but there's another derivative of ayahuasca. It's called anahuaca. It's the same substance, it's the same DMT plants that's in ayahuasca, but you don't add Banisteris capi. Banisteris capi. What you do is you take the mimosa, you leave out the Banisteris capi, and you mix your mimosa up, and then you turn it into a tea, and then before you take your tea, half an hour to 40 minutes to 1 hour before you take your mimosa tea, your anahuaca, you take Syrian rue. It's an inhibitor, the exact same as Banisteris capi, but you don't have to put it in the brew. You can eat it, you can crush it up into a powder form in a mortise and pestle, then you can eat it in 4 gram, you take 4 gram of it, and then 40 minutes later you take your mimosa tea, and that's you flying to the moon. You see your shamanic guides and your shamanic journey. It's like anahuaca, it's the exact same as ayahuasca, it's just a different inhibitor. The inhibitor is to stop the stomach acids destroying the DMT that's in the mimosa and the ayahuasca. That's where the trip comes from. That's where the journey comes from. It comes from the DMT. The DMT that's in the plants. When you brew it into a tea, all the DMT is concentrated within the brew. Then if you take Syrian rue or mix it with Banisteris capi, that's the inhibitor. It stops your stomach acids from destroying the DMT. And the DMT can enter into your bloodstream and enter your brain and go straight to the pineal gland. Then you see from your spirit guides. You hear. Some people are clairaudient, they hear from their spirit guides. I'm not clairaudient, I'm clairvoyant, I only see from my spirit guides. You see, and sometimes you can hear from your spirit guides. It's the same in psilocybin. You have a lot of rampant thoughts in psilocybin, and it's real epiphanies that you can have. real wake-up epiphanies if you listen to your deep inner voices and listen to your 3 spirit guides and all the helpers they have working alongside them, that our intent is to wake us up to what the gods want and what is best for us. Now, Druidry to me means nature, ancestors, and shamanic journey, the gods and to know the wishes of the gods and goddesses. That's what Druidry means to me, to find out more about the gods and goddesses and why we were put on this mortal earth, why we're in the cosmos, why the gods are here, why is life here. These are all questions which we can answer. Well, we can think of, but we can never answer. Some questions are unknowable, but it doesn't mean we don't think about them, because we may have epiphanies that wake us up to other thoughts, and you never know, we may just have that grand epiphany and figure it all out. I think the gods have figured it out. Or maybe that's why the mortal realm's here, but the gods are still learning where did they come from. Because where did we come from? We came from the gods. Where did the gods come from? Maybe the gods don't know. It's a tricky one. Where did biological matter come from? The gods created it and leaked it within the cosmos in an alchemical experiment up in the other world that created the cosmos. That's what I believe. The gods created the cosmos, or else the gods were created at the same time. The gods' realm was created at the same time as our cosmos, our dimension. But I don't think that. If you look at the Fibonacci sequence and fractals, you'll find out that there's numbers in size. Physics is numbers, and there's numbers in nature. The Fibonacci sequences in nature is encoded within plants and animals. It's in all of us and it's in all plants. It seems that the universe was designed. I was always brought up a Catholic, but I was brought up a Catholic to believe in evolution, that the universe was not designed, it evolved out of a Big Bang. I now believe, after being a seer for several years and shamanic journey with my spirit guides, that the universe was created in a shamanic experiment. I could be wrong in this, I still take shamanic journey to find out the truth in it. But that's what I believe, that's where my current thought processes went. I went from being an evolutionist to a creationist, all because I'm a seer. But I'm a creationist evolutionist. And I think evolution is the key point. All animals evolve, and we're left here in the mortal realms to evolve in whichever way our evolutionary traits, our DNA and gene mutation takes us. That's why we must learn. It's always about learning where we came from and where we intend to go to. If we learn about the past, we learn we don't repeat the mistakes of the past. It's as simple as that. And if we repeat the mistakes of the past, then we're doomed. We will die. We will go the way of the cavemen, the previous cultures. We'll get wiped off this planet. We'll be dead in a donut, dead in a day. We need to wake up and ensure that us being the intelligent and most dominant species upon this planet, then we must ensure that we thrive, our planet thrives, and we continue to survive beyond the evolutionary history of our planet. That means we must get off this rock. So we must travel to other planets. It's all possible with technology. The technology we've got just now, we can't do it. But the technology we'll have in 100 years' time. Look where we were 100 years ago. We were practically in the Wild West. 200 years ago we were in the Wild West. What are we going to be like in 200 years from now? Will we be an Alpha Centauri saying hello to the aliens? Possible. Anyway, back to Druidry. There are 3 grades in Druidry: Bard, Ovate and Druid. The Bard grade is obvious to most people. It's about poetry, storytelling and music. Storytelling involves everything. It's not just about being in a band or being a top poet or being able to come up with rhymes. I can't do any of that. My bardism is the storytelling I do, the stories I weave, or my videos on YouTube and to my family and friends. I'm a good storyteller. I like telling a good story. I like passing the tales as a company of my good friends with a couple of joints and just weaving a few tales about myths, legends and past, and anything else that comes up that I think might lead to a wake-up. It's always about wakening up with me, because I'm a missionary druid, and that's what I intend to do with this show, to wake people up on it. This is turning more into a podcast today. I've got a somatic journey I'm going to play after I finish this wee spiel, but I'm on a wee spiel and I'm on a rant. As long as that's 45 minutes, I've not been played many tunes, I've been ranting. I think I'll do this more often. I've got a lot to say about Druidism, spiritualism, politics and journalism. Journalism holds politics to account. We're not holding our politicians to account. In Britain there's an election coming up in the Tory party, the government. The previous incumbent was forced to resign, the Prime Minister. Who are these psychopaths we elect? I don't know who I want to replace Boris Johnson as Prime Minister of Great Britain, but it more than likely will lead to a general election. They'll put themselves forward to the people of Britain to see if they back their vote, back their views. So there could be an election in Britain within 6 months. 6 to 12 months there'll be an election. And I don't know who I want to win the Tory election. The favourite at the moment is Penny Mordaunt. She used to be Defence Secretary. And she's a darling of the Tory grassroots. She was born in 1973. And she went to Oakland's Catholic School and the University of Reading. And she was in the Royal Navy. So she's possibly one of the better ones at the Tories. I don't know about the Chancellor's like. He's a bit stuck up, I think. And less trudge. Less said about her, the better. I don't know about the rest of the Tories. They're all non-entities to me. All these Tories. There's no bigwigs in the Tory party anymore. And Rishi Sunak says he'll run the economy like Margaret Thatcher if he wins the Tory elections. Margaret Thatcher sold off everything to her pals and cronies. She raped and pillaged this nation. So I don't know if Rishi Sunak would be a good thing if he's going to run the economy like Thatcher. But Thatcher is the darling of the Tories. Now I don't get this. I've been talking about this in the past. When the government sold off all the privatised industries, the nationalised industries, and privatised them, they sold them off at a fraction of the true cost of the companies. And it left us destitute, with no electricity, heating, gas, transport, under people control, under corporates, CEOs making a rampant profit at our expense. It's not on. It's not the Druid way. It's not the old way. The old way is about community, and in community it is the duty of the chief to look after the people in that community, and the chiefs in the modern time are the politicians. It's the duty of the politicians to look after the people. That means government controls energy and transport and education and hospitals, NHS, a National Health Service. Those must be always under government control, with everything else being private. But those energy, transport, health service and education. Those 4 tenets of democracy must always be under government control by the people. It gives us a fairer society, a society that can minimise suffering, but only if we cut out greed. Greed is the main thing, and that's the bane of the Tory party, of Thatcherism, and Rishi Sunak seems to be much similar to that. If he's quoting Thatcher, then he's a greedy person. He believes in me, me, me. That is not the British way. It is not the Earth way. Us Earthlings are not here to be self-centred, selfish individuals. Who wants to live in isolation? We're social species. Social means socialism. It means looking after one another. All druids must strive to be socialist, and all people must strive to be socialist. Because this capitalist system has destroyed our country, destroying our planet. Look at the state of the planet. The earth's polluted, the air's polluted, the sea's polluted. We're being ripped off by the products we buy. Everything's over expensive and everything breaks, planned obsolescence. Everything breaks after a couple of years and we have to replace it. Nothing's upgradable. Nothing lasts for any length of time. It's all part of the plan. Depopulate and implant this planet to do away with us Morlocks, because us Morlocks are raping and pillaging the resources on this planet that the establishment believe is their divine gift, their divine right. Well, it's not their divine right. The divine right from the Mother Goddess is life, life itself, and the capabilities to thrive. That is the whole purpose of life, to thrive. To thrive as a species, a community, and a family, and a group of friends. To enjoy yourselves, and to help people out. It's always about helping people out. You won't get to turn an oak if you don't help people out. Now I'll play this shamanic journey. I've been talking for about 20 minutes there. It's the 11th of the 12th, 2021 at 2:31 a.m. I'm going to go in for a shamanic journey now. Oh, I don't have to fix that microphone. Right, I'm going to go in for a wee shamanic journey now. I've not been in for a while. I think I'll go in for a wee journey. I've not been in. So here we go. Right, I'm going to stare at a candle to my eyes charger. And I'm going to go deep in. Once I just tune into this music. Orders. There are 2 orders standing up and I've got I don't know what that is. I see lights shining on. There's like technology to my left, some type of technology to my left. And there's an orange glow in the middle of the screen and a pedestal. And a podium. It's turning into a person. It's turned into a person, a big person. Turned into a wee circle. It turned into a ball. Looks like a tennis ball. Now it's changed colour, it's orange. It's got something up the top of it, like a fruit, like an apple. It's like an apple, a red, it's turned into a red apple. Right up. See a bottle. Bottle, I don't know what, there's a label on the bottle, I don't know what the hell that could be. I can see, sorry, I can see IC there. I think some people need food and water. That's to the government. See IC, smiling, what I said. The people in need of food and the government know who they are, have got to be fed. It's nearly Christmas time. They haven't been fed for ages. That's is an emergency for them. This is going up to YouTube, boys. I'm no fear of you. You may be Prime Minister of Britain, but you're a bastard. The gods know it. You seen what I saw there, Robert? Boris, rather. You seen that up there? Come on us. King of the gods. Mother's consort. Black scale orders. Rest of the screen, rest of my vision split up. This is nuts. No vision split up. I can see white scale everywhere now. Got a bulge coming towards my eyes, got a wave, a big bulging wave. Streaking towards us, heading towards the government. Myself and to the left. It's like a steamroller in the middle of it, steaming along, rolling along. There's to be a crescendo of people joining this chorus, this voice. The government are up to something, the gods know what the government's up to, and it's up to the people to stop what the government is up to. That's a message from the gods. That's from a spirit guide. She's a priestess and mother. Come on us. My 3 spirit guides. Can't see anything now. I'm on a political rant tonight. This is a political shamanic journey. It's a shamanic journey for the government. Can't see anything. Can't see anything. I'll be on up until I think I'll go back in. I think I'll go back in. I've got to hide to ask too bright. I wonder how it's any pause. Let's check it out. Oh, it's still recording. That's 4 minutes I've been in. There we go again. Oh, I love this tune. I charge the gland again. I stare at a candle to charge the gland. I'll wait for the drums to come in. I'll keep talking it out. This is about the government, this shamanic journey tonight. I'll close my eyes in a couple of minutes to see what we're told. See if we've got advice for the people. The people of the West. I'm a druid of the West. Druid of the earth. Who lives in the West. The influence by the Western society. The culture I was brought up in that I've rebelled against. It's a corrupt culture. Go in now. Change coming in. Now. Oh, there's an owl. Wow, that was spectacular. Everything's lit up. A bright red owl. I can see 2 screens to my left, a screen to my left, a screen to my right, and a bright oil. Oh wow, that is spectacular. Look at that. That is spectacular. I can see a door. It's a tower. It's a tower. A massive tower. That's in the other world, or the underworld. That's where the condemned souls go. There's a shield in it or a window. A bright red window with a face in it. That's the government. That's Boris Johnson. He's been taken upwards. He's going upwards. He's turned into a pineal gland. A pineapple. That's the symbol for the pineal gland. He's to listen to these shamanic journeys. The Prime Minister must listen to these shamanic journeys. I speak as the gods speak through me. Through my spirit guide. She lets me see these visions, and these visions are for the people and the government. Not just myself. I'm a public seer and druid. Can't see nothing now. Oh, there's more sermon. I can't explain, I don't know. It's like a cauldron, that's what it's a cauldron. It's turned into a cauldron. It's cauldron of rebirth. It's turned into a shape, like a star kind of thing. This is hard to explain this. See glasses, sunglasses. That's the implant. Gods are blowing a whistle on the implant, the vision implant. vision implant that the world's governments have. They plan on rolling it out once they depopulate this earth. They've blown whistles on it for several years along with other whistleblowers all over the world. Though many people are not aware of the implants any longer, the implants that the governments have. We're not aware of what they are all aware of the RFID implant, but a lot of people are not aware of the vision implant. Some people in Britain, most of Britain have heard of it, I think. A lot of people in Britain have. Thanks to Edward Snowden. Can't see nothing now. I've got political against it, not somatic Johnson. Sorry about that. Goes by, I'll hide, and then I run again. No, it's dramatic, that's true. See a circle, 2 circles, and I can see a pedestal in the middle, turned into a face, turned into a head. And that was a shamanic journey from last year. I had to end up on quick short there. I'm running out of time here. I had to end that recording there. Sorry about that. Now, so we're overrun by just 20 seconds actually, but I should have let that run. There's another 10 minutes left in that. Anyway, that's that. So I hope you enjoyed this. That's the end of the show now. We've reached the hour mark. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. I've never got to play too much music at a political rant. Might do a 2-hour show the next time, or maybe just do a sort of podcast. I'm thinking of doing a podcast, a Druid Sermon and Seer Vision podcast, where I don't play music, where I just talk, where I talk about Druidism and politics. I upload that to YouTube when I do it. I don't know if I upload the podcast to Mixcloud. This one's going up to Mixcloud just now. I'm not uploading this one to YouTube. I don't know what I'll do. I'll see how I go. Anyway, back to this. I'll play out with Dave the Bard again. And this is The House They Are Hollow.
As I walk upon this green land, this land that I love, I see figures of chalk carved into the hillsides above. Cern Abbas, a man so proud, and the long man opens wide the gates of his world and invites you to step inside. And the hills, they are hollow and home to the fae who dance on Midsummer's Eve. Some people don't understand when I say these are the things I believe. These are the things I believe. There is an old circle of stone that stands on the moor. Every moss-covered face tells the secrets of ancient lore. The torch stand as guardian, witnesses to the rites, to nature's gods of darkness and of light. And the hills, they are hollow and home to the fae who dance on Midsummer's Eve. Some people don't understand when I say these are the things I believe. These are the things I believe. Let's sing of the mystery of sacred land. See the shapes in the corn made by invisible hands. Secrets of the pagan ways lie all around, written upon the earth in rock and sacred mound. And the hills, they are hollow and home to the fae who dance on Midsummer's Eve. Some people don't understand when I say these are the things I believe. These are the things I believe. The hills, they are hollow and home to the fae who dance on Midsummer's Eve. Some people don't understand when I say these are the things I believe. These are the things I believe.